So Anthony's looking a bit different this week. He's a bit younger and a bit slimmer actually as well.
I was expecting you to say slimmer.
Unfortunately, Anthony cannot join me this week. He hasn't been very well, so I've drafted in another member of staff from our funding team, Sonny Johnson, to talk us through this week's moves.
Yeah, I mean, it goes firstly without saying we're all wishing Anthony a very speedy recovery. But to quickly introduce myself, I'm head of sales and specifically heading up the funding desk here at Synergy Exchange. I mean, Paul, it's always great speaking to you, hearing some of your old city folk tales that you like to tell.
Yeah, the old city folk tales, Sonny, yeah? Like when you could get change out of a score in a city pub for a round of drinks.
Change? What's change?
Change is what you get back when you're paying cash, mate.
Cash? What's that? I remember you also telling me about the times where you didn't get bashed into by someone's rucksack in the city pubs.
Yeah, believe it or not, that's true, Sonny. It's around the time when England got knocked out of the Euros by Iceland and sterling against the Euro was trading in the mid-30s.
Well, I don't believe that.
What, England getting knocked out of the Euros by Iceland? Believe me, it did happen.
No, sterling euro at 135. I mean, talking of the rates, Paul, the pound's still being driven by the Middle East conflict, obviously tracking the energy prices.
Yeah, very much so against the dollar, Sonny, but it's been in a very tight range against the euro. Not sure traders know what to do with that currency pairing.
But of course, the UK is less exposed to energy prices than Europe is anyway.
Yeah, and it seems that the market believes that, as sterling is up against the euro since the conflict began, that it's finding resistance at the current levels.
And we've seen a major escalation in the Middle East over these past few days.
Yeah, we have, yeah. Iran responded to attacks on their energy facilities by attacking similar facilities in several Gulf states, which prompted a warning from Trump that he would blow up Iran's gas fields.
And I mean, of course, this has sent the gas prices soaring.
Yeah, it's very much so, and it's, worrying times.
Definitely. And we've had the central bank's meetings this week.
Yeah, we have, and as you'd expect, no change in monetary policy. It looks as though the Fed ain't going to cut anytime soon.
I mean, Trump's not going to be happy with that then.
Well, I think he's got other things on his mind at the moment, Sonny.
Yeah, I'm sure he has. And the Bank of England and the ECB?
Well, the old lady sounded very hawkish. They voted 9-0 when everyone expected two to vote for a cut. And Bailey said the bank was ready to act to keep inflation under control. And a similar rhetoric really from the ECB, but it wasn't as much of a surprise of what the Bank of England said in their policy statement.
Not at all. So, Paul, how's the market reacting then?
Well, sterling found support as markets began to price in rate hikes later this year, really, on the back of what the old lady said.
And the ECB?
Well, nothing they said really moved any interest rate expectations.
I suppose data's really being overlooked this week, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it has been really the last 2 weeks, and certainly, yeah, all the movements have been on Middle East news, really.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, we do have some inflation data out from the UK next week, but, as I said, really on the Middle East.
100%.